guys, it's Cheyenne and welcome to my channel. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, and give this a thumbs up. So, another part of Dwarf awareness that I thought I'd share with you is a few funny, crazy encounters I've had as a result of my dwarfism. Now, before I talk about these, nobody was maliciously being rude or anything, and I just want to get that point across. All of these were simply a case of not knowing better, because it's not a lot of times that you do find someone that looks like me. So, without further ado, here are some of the funniest encounters I've had in regards to being a little person. So, in no particular order, I'm gonna share these. So, one time, my grandma and I were at Walmart, and I don't know, looking back, if my mom was in the store, in the car, if she was even with us that day, but we were standing outside Walmart, and I was standing right next to my grandma. By the way, at this time, I was about 14, so even if my grandma wasn't there, I was definitely old enough to be going around the store by myself. So, this lady walks up to us. She leans down while my grandma's standing right next to me, and she said, "Where's your mommy, sweetheart?" I don't even remember what I responded. That's just an example that I always think of, like people talking to me like I'm 4 years old, because again, they don't know better. I am proportionate as opposed to other types of dwarfism, so I really do just look like a small child. So, I'm like I said, I don't have any harsh feelings for anyone. Another example, and this was probably one of the weirdest ones yet, and I even asked my mom what's the craziest one that you've had, and this was it. So, me and one of my best friends went and got our nails done, and we got out, and this car pulls up in front of the nail salon and stopped in the middle of the parking lot, in the middle of the road part of the parking lot. She stops and asks for a picture with me. That was awkward. I think I went ahead and took the picture with her. I don't remember my responses to hardly any of these, but I think I just went ahead and took the picture because I just didn't know how to respond to that. Another example was my mom and I decided to raise money for a charity that works with disabled people. And so we raise the money and we go and take the money in. And I think I was about 15 at the time, somewhere around there. So we get there and we go to turn the money, and the receptionist is saying, "Oh, how sweet that you brought money for us. That's so sweet of you, darling." And it got to the point where both of us were both trying to tell her, "She's 15. I'm 15. I'm 15. And this lady kept using the baby voice, or at least what I perceived at the time to be a baby voice. I give her the benefit of the doubt and say that was probably just the way she spoke. It just, her voice was my pet peeve, and as a little person, it just did not mesh well. But that was a funny experience as well. Another one, let me just give you a little bit of hindsight background information, because I actually talked to my mom about this, because whenever I heard this comment, it wasn't said to me, it was said to my mom, but I was right there. So I heard the comment, and then I was just so confused that I didn't hear anything else that happened. So I talked to my mom about this, and she explained that this lady was actually a nurse. So it makes sense for her to have said what she said. But at the time, and for a while, I did not know that this lady was a nurse. So to have this comment was very weird to me. But I was at Belk's, and if you've never been to Belk's, they have like makeup counter where you can get like makeovers and you can shop at the different brands. And I was looking around the MAC counter, and this lady, my mom's there as well, and this lady walked up to me and my mom, just commented, directed up to my mom, and she said, "It's so nice to see someone who's not sick finally." The thing that confuses and makes me so uncomfortable and irritated is someone will ask me in the baby voice, "How old are you?" And I'll tell them, "Hey, I'm 19. And they'll look at whichever other type person I'm with as if I'm lying about my age. Which is always, I mean, I understand, and I tell myself I understand because they genuinely don't know better. But it's just like, again, I want to say that curiosity is a good thing. It is never wrong to be curious, and I welcome questions. I really do. As long as you're not trying to be mean by it, I can usually tell if someone's being mean about it or if they're genuinely asking and maybe just phrased it the wrong way. Because that happens because, again, people don't know any better. Maybe they don't know that midget is a highly offensive term, and I'll educate them if they're willing to be educated. Hey, this is a word that you can use instead, and I'll even explain why or so forth. But if you see me or if you see another little person and it doesn't look like they're in a rush, that's another thing. If they're just hanging out and you want to go up and ask them a question, say, "Hey, do you mind if I ask a question?" And a lot of us would be willing to educate. I've rambled on enough, and I am going to call it a day. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you later.